Welcome back. So the big story right now, work to rule action beginning at public elementary schools right across the province. And a lot of people are reacting to what this means for their children. Teachers are also chiming in as well, Winston.
Yeah, that's right. I think a lot of people are wondering what is the right balance that's fair for students, of course, and getting the education they need, and also for teachers and letting them kind of get their message across their people too. They have jobs.
Right.
So a lot of people quite vocal about this on social media this morning.
Okay, let's pull up some of the comments here.
Let's pull up some comments. This is a comment that we got from Nancy. When you want to complain that your child's teacher is not spending enough time with your child, you have no one to blame but yourself for not standing up for the teachers. Find out what they actually are fighting for before you complain. A lot of people not 100% sure about what they're fighting for.
Right, right. And we should clarify, and we'll talk about it in a few minutes' time too, on what this work to rule action means for your kids. There are certain things like comments on report cards or the standardized testing. They're not taking part in that, but they're still going to spend the extra time with your kids if they need help just outside of the classroom there, and extracurriculars are still happening. So just as a clarification.
That's right. Yeah, the biggest thing is the teachers and the ministry, not teachers and the students. So anything that is still organized from a school level, like field trips, will continue to happen. This is another tweet here from Doug. Sadly, I'm on the fence about this. From what I've read about the work to rule, I think it is good, but I like the protection, or I don't like the protection bad employees get from a union, not just teachers. Teaching should be a good middle to upper middle class job, similar benefits to the private sector, nothing more, nothing less. The lack of overtime is similar to most professional jobs, and he mentions it's similar to salary jobs where people work 50 to 60 hours a week.
Well, when we see what's happening also at the high school level, I think people are kind of blurring the two, but also are just frustrated by hearing people on strike, picketing, work to rule, all of this, and sort of putting them all together, grouping it all together as a frustration.
And exactly, and honestly, we're seeing so many boards going through these contract negotiations. It's not, honestly, from a viewer, it's blurring into one.
It's a little confusing,
Yeah, this is another tweet here from James. They do extra work, so what? So does the other 99% of the population who stay at work late, sacrifice weekends, have no lunch, and have crazy hours to keep their jobs where there is no work union. Work to rule is like adult daycare where adults get an 8-hour recess. And one more from Christina. The only people who suffer during a strike, and this is the most important part, or cutbacks, are the kids. No one stands up for our kids. I'm so sorry, but we all face all kinds of challenges at work, not just teachers, and we have to think about the kids.
Now you can continue to chime in and interact with Winston here and BT Toronto.
At BT Toronto, of course, on Facebook. This is where a lot of the conversation is happening. We're going to continue that online conversation. Facebook.com/BT Toronto.
Thank you, Winston. Let's go to break now. We'll be right back after this.